It is really good to see everybody in here. It is. We are a big family, aren't we? So, let me get my notes here real quick. So a big cool thing happened on Friday. The Grace Christian School high school and elementary students went to Winona. I don't know if you guys know much about that, but basically they get to go to Winona and give gifts to help them out, things like hats, gloves, and games. But the kids get to spend time with them. So I'm going to put Richard and Brian, and is Joanne here today? Oh, there you are. There you are. You're hiding. I'm going to put you on the spot. If you guys could come up. But, you know, it's really interesting. John was reading from John earlier this morning. John, that's kind of funny. Anyway, in John 15, my family and I, we were reading last night. John 15:12, my command is this, love each other as I have loved you. Jesus knew that this was his last time hanging out with the disciples. He knew he was going to the cross. And he's basically kind of giving a rundown. Look, of everything that we've talked about, do this thing. This is important. And my command is this, love each other as I have loved you. Then later on in 17, this is my command, love each other, right? Not be really handsome and then people will know you love me, right? It's love, right? Love each other. So I think about what they do with Winona is just an extension of that love. Go ahead.
Well, surprise, surprise. This is our 12th year that we've had the privilege and opportunity to go to Winona Elementary School in Waynesboro. They have about 94% free and reduced lunch, so it's a very needy school. But I just want to thank the body here. It's amazing your involvement. Many of you either packed a bag or gave to, we packed about 240 bags to give to each of the students there. So every student from kindergarten all the way up, they go through 5th grade, received a bag with gifts that maybe this is the only Christmas gift that they get. Then we also, this year, took on another project with there were 46 families that had special needs, anywhere from sheets to cooking utensils to food to clothes. And we had, out of the 46, our church handled 23 of them, and then there was another church in Charlottesville that took the other 23. So we filled a van filled to the top with gifts for these people. But many of you participated, whether it was packing a bag or giving to these families, but praying for these families. For you know, the other way that you all were involved was just being, I mean, as some of you all served at the elementary school, substituting, so some of our elementary students could, elementary teachers could come and what we do is we let the teachers of the elementary school finally get to go over there and be a part of this. It's just amazing. But I think the culminating activity is when we get all the students in the gym, our students, our middle and high school students, and our and all of their students in one place, and we sing Christmas songs. We sang, the one that got to me was we sang, "Go Tell It on the Mountain that Jesus Christ is born." And we were able to do that. I don't know how long we'll be able to do that, but we're going to do it as long as they keep those doors open for us. So, and each of their students presented me with a book. And so we put those, in fact, Peggy has a big stack in her, in the library, so that is what they do for us. But it's a great relationship, and again, it's been 12 years, so thank you all. All of you all have had a part in this, and I'm very thankful. So.
It's amazing. I know Cindy Mims was in contact with a new staff person at Winona, and this new person just kept saying, I cannot wait to see this thing that I keep hearing about. From August until we come in December, I think that's the highlight and the thing that these kids look forward to, and it's precious and it's heartbreaking to watch some of their reactions to these gifts, things like blankets and gloves and body wash. I mean, they're just, and there's toys too, but to see them excited about things that you think are basic is just, is sobering, but it's good because we're meeting a need. And I'm always so proud of our Grace kids. Those kids are rock stars because they spend about an hour or so with the kids in the classrooms. And it's cool to go through the different classrooms and watch them deliver the gifts and play the games and just interact with these kids. And then right before we go to the gym, the principal will give this all call. You've got 5 minutes, get ready to go. So the kids, they start loading up on our kids' backs. And so they're all piggybacked, ready to go into the gym, and so they come in just with kids hanging all over them, and we haven't had an injury yet. That's been good. And so when we're in that group singing and stuff, the kids are just loving on them and hanging on them, and then when it's time for us to leave, you see these kids just in tears, and of course that brings us to tears because you just wonder how much tangible love they receive. And it's so cool for these. I'm just so proud of our students for the express. That's a tangible way that God is loving those kids at Winona is through Grace Christian, and it's just been such a special thing. So for everybody that participated and supported, we really do appreciate it. And until they kick us out, we're going to keep on coming. So.
Well, this was my first trip to Winona, and for years I've heard about Winona, and my attitude, frankly, about it was, well, isn't that nice, Isn't that nice that Grace goes over there and does all these good things for these little kids? But it's one thing to hear about it, it's another thing to experience it. And so this was my first time, and I just walked into that gymnasium and stood in the back of the room, and I thought, wow. I thought, this is authentic Christianity. This is the real thing. And the other thought that I had was, here are these people right under our noses, right here. How close are we to people who need to hear the good news and to see it lived out? When I was walking into that room, one of the male teachers, one of the coaches, kind of a man's man, he walked by me, and we looked at each other, and all he could do was, and I thought, this is the real thing. So, we have an opportunity in our own community, I think, and I think the Lord is stirring us. But right here under our noses, we have the opportunity to be Christ representatives and to see people come to Him. I'm expecting it.
I'd like to just pray for them. One thought that I had was these kids, and really it's all of us, we're all going to hear bizarre lies about Christianity. They're growing up in a world that's going to tell them some pretty false and weird stuff, but it's like they call us their Grace Christian friends. And it's like they're going to hear some bizarre things, but they're going to come away going, I don't know, there's something different there, and it was really good. And so, Father, I just pray that that this one trip that we make every year to Winona, I just pray that you'll continue to keep that door open so that your love can pour out into a needy and hurting community of people. And I just pray, too, for all of those kids, especially a kid that would go, from kindergarten through 5th grade, that those 5 times that their Grace Christian friends come, I just pray that will make a deep impact on them, that when the world tells them weird things about you, that one experience will just cause them to pause and say, I don't think so. There was something real there. I was actually loved by those people, and I just pray that your love will invade all of that in Jesus' name. Amen.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty awesome thing. We've done it, I guess, two or 3 years, maybe, in our house, and I get kind of excited about it. You know, these little kids, they want these interesting things, and we're supposed to pack it all in this little bag. I'm like, Kate's like, that's not going to fit in the bag. I'm like, Anyway, well, we see Hunt Deacle back with us this morning. Welcome. It's good to see you up and walking around, brother. It's probably pretty good to feel up and walking around, right? It's excellent. All right. Well, that is a miracle. Just a couple announcements real quick here. Christmas Eve at 5:30, we're going to meet here for an hour, do our Christmas Eve thing. So I'd love to see everybody here. I'll even be wearing dress pants, so it'll be something, you know. Yeah, hey, I can sport the suit too. I could do it. I'll get the vest and everything, man. You never know. I've got a tuxedo too and a top hat, so I mean. Also, no, I don't have a Santa suit though. Yeah. Melissa took my Santa hat too. So anyway, so what we've been doing the first Wednesday of every year is we come here and the elders and deacons will break up into groups and we just pray for everybody. So let's give you a heads up. The first Wednesday in January, we're going to do that same thing. So you're welcome. It's kind of come and go as you have time, and it'll just be during our normal prayer meeting time. But come and get prayed over. Come and get prayed over. So tonight, no grounded, but Josh Knight is going to be upstairs with the students, and you guys are going to have fun, right? Totally. There it is. All right. Well, let's see. It's break time. I like donuts, but when you hear the music, we got to get back over here for the teaching. So, all right. Let's fellowship together. Oh, and the kids, right? You guys. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah. All you youngins that want to go that are heading to Sunday school, rock on. There you go. Yes, youth is upstairs with Josh Knight. Oh, hold on, everybody. Hold up.
Next Sunday, the 3 and 4 year olds in the kindergarten will have their little Christmas performance thing. So Debbie Hockman is practicing. Unfortunately, we missed our practice last week, but she's practicing this morning with them, and so be prepared for that next week.
Don't forget, yes, you don't forget this morning. Hey, I just want to ask you all a question. Now that Brian Bailey is an elder and will be helping to lead our meetings